Okay, so here is a video of me doing the review. Review number 2. So in triangle ABC, so I always draw a picture. Really important to have a visual. Side B is 23, so that would be the opposite of angle B. Side C is 31, angle A is 38, and it wants us to find side A. So that's what we're looking for. So because of what's given, we're going to want to use a law of cosine. So we would say a squared is equal to the other two sides squared, order does not matter, minus 2 times those two sides, and then cosine, law of cosines of 38 degrees. So I'm going to put this in my calculator. So I'm using a school crappy calculator. So I have to start, make sure I'm in degrees. I have to start with the 38, hit cosine, times it by 23, hit equals, times it by 31, hit equals, times it by a negative 2, not the subtraction 2, the negative 2, hit equals, add 23 squared, add 31 squared, and then we need to do the square root of that. So square root, and we get side A is 19 it says to the nearest integer, so that's going to be just 19. So that's what you should have typed in for number 1. Number 2, it says find the value of B in the figure shown below. This time we have the same type of information. So this is also law of cosine. So we need B squared is equal to 10 squared plus 22 squared minus 2 times 10 times 22 cosine of 44 degrees. Same thing that we did on number 1. We're going to do, make sure you're in degrees, hit cosine of 44, times it by 22, hit equals, times it by 10, hit equals, times it by a negative 2, not the subtraction 2, hit equals, add 22 squared, add 10 squared, I keep hitting equals, and then I need the square root. So this is 16 and it says the nearest tenth, so that's going to be 16.4 that you type in. Okay, number 3, solve the triangle with the angle measures. So I'm going to draw a picture of what they give us. A, B, C. Angle A is 40 degrees. Side B is 13. Side A is 16. So I have a matching set here. So I can use law of sines. To do that, I'm going to do sine of 40 degrees over 16. You could have that set up back the other way if you want to, it doesn't matter. And then sine of B over 13. I'm going to cross multiply. And so I would have 16 sine of B equals 13 sine of 40. And then divide by 16. And then it's sine of B, so we need the inverse. Make sure you're in degrees. 13 sine of 40 all over 16. So I'm going to put that in my calculator. Make sure you're in degree mode. 40 sine times it by 13, hit equals. Divide by 16, hit equals. And then second sine. And we get 31.48. So I'm going to go look at my answer choices. Oh, look, I should have looked at that ahead of time. They all said angle B is 31.48. So we really didn't even have to find angle B. Angle C, they all have the same answer. So we don't have to worry about that. The only thing we really needed to find was side C. So that's frustrating. I apologize. I should have looked at my answer choices here. So we now know all 3 angles, right? Because these are all the same. That's really dumb that they give us all the same answer choices here. Dumb for the angles. So side C is the one that we really need. So here we go. I'm going to use law of sines again. I'm going to do the sine of 108.52 degrees over C. And then I'm going to use what was given, sine of 40 over 16. Cross multiply. So I'm going to have C times the sine of 40 equals 16. I'm running out of room here. Sine of that 108.52. And then we're going to have to divide by that. I'm going to write it down here because that's really sloppy. 16 sine of 108.52 divided by sine of 40. So here we go on our calculators. Hit clear. I have to do 108.52 sine times it by 16, hit equals, divided by, I have to do 40 sine and hit equals. And we get side C is 23.6. So the answer is A.